What's the deal, man? It's your boy, McClain, the Wayne McClain TV. We waiting on the SA to wash my car, Holmes. All right, the car, they got the SA Mexican in my car. They take cash only. Anyways, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, man. I was thinking the other day, went to jail last night, man. I got a couple more days to do. That's my first time ever going, and it was one of the worst experience ever. I was in the cell for 24 hours, 20 minutes out the day, so 23 hours and 40 minutes. I was in the cell the whole day on a steel bed. It's uncomfortable. The mattress is about that thick. Terrible. My cellie was mad cool. Me and him talked the whole day. You know, we talked about a lot of stuff, man. He put me on a lot of game as far as jail-wise. It sounded like a lot of the guys wanted to be there. Like, they wanted to live there. They did not want to leave. They were happy to be there. Like, happy. Like, yeah, bro, I got to go to my yard. Like, they talked about it. So, they got to pay my bond. Like, it's part of lifestyle. You know, like, I'm at the point now, I never want to go back there again. I don't even want to mess with my freedom again. But hearing those guys, yeah, I got to bond out. Yeah, I gotta get this, my court date on that. Man, I can't wait to go back to the yard. The yard is prison. So they was like, I just want to go back to the yard. I want to go back to the yard. Like, and I did learn that if you go there looking for trouble, you will get trouble. So if you go there with your head down, you know, you don't bother nobody, you just tend to yourself, they'll leave you alone. But if you go there, you try to get in the mix, you gang banging, oh, if you blood and crippin', oh yeah, you part of the mix. You about to be in all the fights, everything. Then they call you a nickname. So if you're a nickname, you're like, I heard while I was leaving out, there was somebody's dudes fighting. It was Bebe and Rock and little Bug. They was talking about fighting. Little Bug got Bebe. I'm like, the names, the nicknames. And there was some dude named like Richie Monies or something in there. He was like a big time dog in there. And I noticed why a lot of guys, me and my cellie was talking about why a lot of men like to go back to jail, because in jail, you're a somebody. In prison, you're a somebody. But out here in the streets, nobody cares about you. Nobody cares about your jail time. Nobody cares about your prison time. Nobody cares about your years. You're back to being a nobody. So it's like they're loved in there. You know, dudes in there spending, I was there for 24 hours. I was miserable. I couldn't imagine. Dudes is in that cell 24 hours a day, 20 minutes. For a year. Some dudes in there for a year have not seen the outside. And I'm like, I would not want to be there. But they talked about it so normal, man. I was caught a murder charge, man, for a murder, I'm never getting out. But why y'all? And I guess if you already made if you already did the crime, you might as well accept your fate. I get it, but I didn't hear all I heard was content and happiness in their voice about their situation. I didn't hear no regrets. I didn't hear nothing in their voice. It seemed like a lot of these black men loved it. And there was a lot of black guys. The system was created for black men, you know. And it was all our alpha males too. All our guys who, you know, if they was out here in the streets, you know, they're probably be the ones who people looked up to, you know, because they all gave leadership qualities. These were great leaders. Loud voices, confidence. You know, most of these guys were tall. You know what I'm saying? Even we had some short dudes in there too, but a lot of in shape people, you know what I'm saying? Not bad looking people. And these were the people that was behind bars, you know what I'm saying? And I was also talking about with my cellie about the power of the black man. Like, we made being broke and being in jail cool. We're the only race that made the N-word popping, right? And what I heard was, I was watching the video and a white boy said ops. We came up with the term ops. You know what I'm saying? So y'all pretty much put it like this. The reason why they made the black man gay, they made the black man a criminal, they made the black us thugs, because we have a secret power of influence. Our influence is undeniable. That's our superpower. Every race has a superpower. Like Asians, they can massage feet and clip toenails out of nowhere. Chinese is really good at math and solving stuff. White people are really good at, you know, with dogs and stuff like that, you know, animals and stuff like that, and they're really good. Everybody has their power. Every race does. Spanish people are hard workers. Blacks have the power of influence. Think about it. Think about how many guys you have seen in great homes, mom and dad, big houses, wanting to be street, because the black man made it look amazing. The black man made the N-word cool. We made doing drugs cool. How many people had a double cup? They're copying a black person because the black man's influence. What if black men did not gangbang and do drugs and shoot, and we just always put out positivity, the world would change. The world, our race would change. This negativity that we spew out help keeps the balance, you know, a lot of the time, especially with our race. They love having our race negative down. So they keep our black men in jail like that, and in prison like that, and incarcerated like that, to keep us off the street, black males off the street, because they know we'll pipe all the women down. We have that power as well. And then also our leadership qualities, because all of us, there's a lot of good leaders and black males, but they turned us to these characters, these thugs, to where they all the black men in jail had dreads. They were all troublemakers, and they loved it, man. They loved it. One dude was like, yeah, I can't wait to get in there. I'm gonna fight him. Yeah, he being disrespectful. I'm like, Bo, you was too into this, man. You know what I'm saying? But I was in there. I kept my head down. I stayed quiet. You know, I just didn't bother nobody. You know what I'm saying? It was an experience. I would say that the food was garbage. I had a headache for 23 hours. There's something in that building that makes you go crazy. I felt myself going crazy. And there was times of the day I would breathe, and I felt myself wanting to go back to jail. It sounds crazy, but think about it. Why do a lot of black men go back to jail? Think about it. When a lot of guys go to jail, they always end up going back, because when you're in there, there's something there that makes you want to stay. Sounds crazy, but when I was in there, I was like, yeah, I could do this again. I'm like, what am I saying? Then I snap out of it, then I get comfortable. I'm like, yeah, it's not too bad, you know what I'm saying? I kind of like this shit. You know, you went to jail, you got the fools, you hear niggas, you hear got the guys argue, you know what I'm saying? It's like you want to be part of the mix. And it's a culture there and a brainwashing there. And I seen the psyop in the play. The toothpaste they give you is pure fluoride. So when y'all brush my teeth with it, I'm like, yo, I felt all the changes. I'm still recovering. I felt all the changes it gave you. But I see why a lot of, and I'm not trying to blame the system. It's all about your decisions that you make. So a lot of the times they go back to jail to make bad decisions. But another thing I noticed was, I'm pretty sure a lot of these guys don't have father figures. The jail is their father. They go to jail because that's daddy to them. That's their structure. Every person seeks structure. Every person seeks order. Every person seeks that. And we get order and structure from our father, you know, whether we like it or not, you know, especially, not saying our mothers can't give order and instruction, but it's different when our fathers do it. You got, take out the trash, and you got, son, why I got to keep telling you to take the trash out? Come on now, you know what it is. Go get that trash, get the plastic, man. Make sure you change the liner too, man. Then you got, go wash the dishes. Every time I come home, there's the dishes. The dishes. You're grounded. Then you got, son, come here. Look at the sink. Yep, you know what time it is. Go ahead. Hit them dishes, man. Go ahead. It's a difference of order and structure with male and female. The jail is these guys' father. I was in there. I can tell that I could hear it in their voice. They missed something. They needed something. I could hear it. I just hear the entire night they yelling through the doors. They yelling through it. They yelling through the doors. They yelling through. I had a dress out and everything. Come to find out, I didn't even have to do all that. My PO played me. I could have just stayed and hold him. But they was yelling through the doors. They were yelling and screaming all through the doors. And I could just hear it that they were looking for structure. Think about it. You go to bed at a certain time, you get your food at a certain time. They're gonna be, the jail is these boys' dad. And that's why they love to go back. Like, I never seen it, man. I never seen it, or I heard it. Like, everybody's ready to go. How they talked about the life, they talked about jail more than freedom. They talked about it more than freedom. I hear not one dude. The only person who talked about freedom was Marcelli, man. Marcelli had a good head on his shoulders. Now, don't get it twisted. Me and him both were some knuckleheads. We had a lot of knucklehead stories. But me and him both were the type of dude who we're knuckleheads, but we just got ourselves in some bad situations. But most of the time, more than likely, we good dudes. Every other dude, I ain't hear one dude say, yeah, when I get out, I'm gonna do this in my life. I'm gonna do this. All I hear was, yeah, when I get bond, yeah, when I do this, I get to the yard, I'm hustling. When I get this, I'm hustling. I don't get back. Yeah, yeah. It's like they bigged up this lifestyle. And I knew when I was a kid that black men want to go to jail. They want to go to jail. They love it. And it's the power of the black man. We made jail cool. We made crime cool. We made drugs cool. So our young boys not being accepted in these areas, our young boys not being accepted by our own race, unless we're criminals, affects us mentally. Like, I'm affected mentally from it. You know what I'm saying? And not as much as it used to be. But I hate when I go back to the hood and everybody look at me like, this dude here, man, he got his shirt tucked in. I'm in my work clothes, shirt tucked in. I got my little casual dress shoes on, nice jeans. I look like I got a good job. Why I'm in the hood? Y'all know why I'm in the hood. Y'all know what I'm buying. So, and they look me up and down like, this dude ain't one of us. He ain't one of us. He ain't like that. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of black guys can't handle it. So they want to be accepted so bad. They want to go to jail. They want to be accepted. You know what I'm saying? And then a lot of guys don't have no structure. So they go to jail for daddy. That's their dad. And when I was in there that day, it shocked me. I just looked at everything. I'm like, these dudes here don't talk about freedom. They don't care about getting out. They're going to get out and do the same thing and come right back, because I would say this 20% of it, there is something in that jail that makes you want to stay there. There's something in all jails. There's something in that air, something in that water, something in that smell, something in them clothes. It makes you want to go back to jail. Like, it gives you like, hey, I want to be back in there. Now, am I saying every man who been in jail feel like that? No. But I'm pretty sure only the stronger minds don't feel like that. But most guys, y'all can tell, there's something in their head, they're comfortable with it. It gives them a comfortability. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I could do this again. You know what I'm saying? It ain't that bad. When I was there, it really wasn't that bad. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you stay out the way, mind your business. The food's garbage. Me and the celly was in the room. We had when one of us had to use the bathroom, one of us had to stand up, turn our back. None of us had to do a number 2, thank God. But it wasn't that bad though. You had to drink the water, the toilet and the sink connected. So you want to drink water, you had to be basically drinking toilet water. But it really wasn't that bad. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't bad as I thought it was going to be. I was mostly uncomfortable and hungry. Uncomfortable, hungry, and frustrated, I would say, more than anything. But, yeah, man, I would never want to go there again, you know, even with those retarded thoughts. I knew they were crazy thoughts, but I knew it was something in the air. These are not my thoughts. I never want to be here, you know what I'm saying? But I would smell something, and I remember just being in there and entertained hearing it. Like, these guys were so ignorant. They were fighting over a TV they couldn't hear. Like, the TV's far away, and it's a small TV, and the dudes, turn it to a movie we want to watch. I'm like, how y'all watching? You can't hear it. But one dude had a radio in his room. He could hear the TV. But it is what it is, man. Those dudes are talking about honey buns and swoles and all that. It's a culture, and it's also like, I compared it to this. High school. When I was in high school, I was very popular my senior year. I wasn't that popular my 9th, 10th, or 11th grade year. 11th grade kind of popular. My senior year, I was very popular. I was the man. Class clown. I got voted class clown, got voted biggest flirt. And I remember when I graduated, I'm like, dang, it's over. And I remember wanting that love back. I remember wanting that love I got from school, and I remember seeking it. Like, dang, I ain't got that love no more. You know what I'm saying? It was a hard open. Like, dang, I remember one time I went to a basketball game and nobody knew me. I went to a high school basketball game. I went with my people and nobody knew me. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh man, it's real. Like, so in a sense, it's like that with the prison. Like, these guys come out here, nobody knows them. When they go to jail, they're known. And they miss that. Everybody wants validation. You can say you don't, everybody wants it. So these dudes fight for that. They love it. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna go back, keep going back for it. And it shocked me. Like I said, y'all, it really, that was an eye opener. It was a life changer. I would never want to go back. My back hurts, my hip hurts, because of laying on that uncomfortable bed all day. The smells was terrible. It was just the dirty place. On the way out, right, when I got back to Holden, I'm back in my regular clothes. I'm out to Orange, and I'm about to get out. So it's like 30 minutes out, so I'm back in Holden. They got holdovers in the holding cells, and there's a dude with no legs who used the bathroom on himself. He's wiping his boo-boo up and doo-doo everywhere. He's swinging. Them dudes in the cell with him panicking, throwing up. And I'm like, yo, get me out of here, man. Please get me out of here. Please. I just need to go. Like, it's getting worse and worse and worse. You know what I'm saying? Most of the people was cool, man. I did watch. I know people was always talking about Dwayne, don't drop the soap. Niggas, somebody gonna put a honey bun on your bed. None of that. I don't see none of that stuff going on. Cause that's in jail and prison, being male on male is very frowned upon. So if you is a dude out there taking stuff, it is very frowned upon. You're gonna actually be the bad guy if you're doing that. Like, that's frowned upon. You taking stuff like that, doing stuff. And then I remember watching the Fleece Johnson interview. He said you ain't gotta take it. The dudes give it up. So I feel like long as you staying out the way, you minding your business, you ain't in the mix, you're good. If you ever, so this is my guys who ever decide that they ever get in a situation you got to go to jail. Keep your head down. Don't get in the mix. If somebody try to bully you and you ain't even on that type of time, they go off cool points in there. So if they bully you and beat you up, it's not going to be no cool points. It's not going to be that. So it's like, why are you going to beat up on him? Now he's really the bad guy. Like, you beat up on somebody who don't even trying to fight back. Like, why are you going to do him like that? And a lot of those guys, like, I was shocked of the human in them. A lot of those guys was really incarcerated, like institutionalized, but I was very shocked of how human these guys still were, you know what I'm saying? But that was my experience with jail. I don't want to never go back. I want to know my enemy. I don't want nobody to go there. Y'all don't do crime. My crime I did, I was drinking and driving. I was wrong. I'll never do that again, you know what I'm saying? If I catch myself drinking and I need to ride somewhere, Uber and Lyft, I got an emergency $50 for me to go anywhere. Just emergency $100 for me. I keep it in my, I call it my Lyft count. If I ever have to use it, I'm never gonna get behind the wheel. Just stay out of trouble, y'all, please, man. It's not no place you want to be, and please don't start getting that system, because once you get in there, you might like it, and you're gonna end up going back and forth. You're gonna be like, dang, man, this stuff is actually pretty straight. Because guess what? When I was in there, guess what I had to worry about? Since I've been home, man, I done spent so much money today. I had to spend yesterday's money. You know what I'm saying? I paid bills, and I'm getting my car washed, I'm about to get a haircut. I done paid, I gotta get groceries. It's a worry. And that's another reason why those guys go back in jail, because the stress of worrying is not there. The stress of life is not there. So when they come outside, they gotta worry about life. Here, you there with daddy. Daddy gonna take care of you. The prison gonna make sure you eat. It's gonna make sure you sleep. It's gonna make sure you do that. It's gonna do it on a structured time. You're gonna eat it this time. Every male needs structure. Every male seeks structure. But that's all I got to say on that topic, man. It's more than McClain doing McClain TV. Everybody should be safe. I'm out.